Man, it's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know, time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 50,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 60K. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. You already know it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You know how I'm giving it up, and you absolutely know how I'm putting it down, my G's, all right? Now, do me a favor, man. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Yeah, wipe off your feet before you step into this big-ass house. You understand me? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear. Every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. All right? Now, this is a little late night live stream. Big salute to everybody that's in the DM. Big salute to everybody that's engaging with the channel. Make sure you put it in the comment section like China, Bremen, and all that. You understand me? You know, I got a lot of people asking, Big G and B, what's your perspective on everything that's going down with Donald Trump? I mean, what's your thought process on everything that's taking place with Donald Trump and these $2,000 checks they about to hand out? Now, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. And we're going to have a conversation about that. But not only Donald Trump and these stimulus checks, we're going to talk about Hassan Campbell and these YouTubers that got so much to say about a 9-to-5 job. These YouTubers that talk down on the everyday American that works a 9-to-5 job. You understand me? Now, one thing for sure, two things for certain, you got to know, it's pure dope, straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. No other way, no other way that I could give it to you. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. We not stepping on the content. And one thing that really irks my nerves, yeah, I'm from the South. I said irks my nerves. You understand me? Is when I hear these people have such disdain for Americans, hardworking grown men that stand on grown man business in a 9-to-5 job. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to break that down, and we're going to get deep into that. You know, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. I want to make sure that my voice is heard. I want to make sure that my intentions are pure. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. But we're going to have a conversation about this. All right? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but it is absolutely nasty work, my thing. Yeah, it is what it is. Absolutely nasty work. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. But we're going to talk about this. Now, before we get into this content on this beautiful Sunday night, you know what I'm saying? Before we start off this week, you know what I mean? Getting back into the matrix, getting back into whatever you do to feed your family. I'm going to give y'all some good, great content. It's going to be epic. All right? Now, you already know, man. Before we go any further, I got to do some customizations to the chat. Yeah, the higher ups and the elites are always watching. The higher ups and the elites are always playing chess at the highest level, my G, the highest level. They always trying to shadow ban the channel. They always trying to muffle the message. You understand me? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But they understand that Grown Man Business TV is a threat to the establishment, an absolute threat. They also understand that the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. Yeah, the revolution will absolutely be televised, my G. All right? So before we go any further, I'm going to do some customizations to the chat. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get in here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. A $2,000 stimulus check is on the way. All right? And then we're going to talk about a 9-to-5 job. We're going to talk about hardworking Americans. You understand me? And we're going to give a real strong perspective on this situation. I don't want you to get defensive. It ain't no beef. It ain't a back and forth on YouTube. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. And I don't like the way you dudes is talking about hard-working Americans. I don't like the way you dudes try to downplay having a job, going out there every day and providing from your family. So we gonna talk about that. And if you don't like it, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Get at me. Yeah, I'm something like DMX. Get at me, dog. You niggas wanna be killers? Get at me, dog. But my people, they want the real. And that's why I'm gonna give it to them just like that. It's gonna be raw, pure, uncut, and direct. You already know what to do. Give y'all a few minutes to get in here, hit the like button and all that. We gonna do some real customizations to the chat. Yeah. You gotta shadow ban this thing. You gotta shadow ban the algorithm. You gotta really bait the algorithm. Yeah, we've been talking about Max B. We've been talking about, French Montana. We've been talking about snitches and confidential informants. So the algorithm ain't really expecting us to go right here where we about to go. Oh, it's a method to the madness. You thought I was gonna talk about Max B all day? You thought I was gonna talk about a snitch and a confidential informant all day? I don't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't give two F's about a snitch or a confidential informant. What I will tell you is as soon as you go to jail, hard-working, tax-paying dollars is the only reason you got lights, cable, food, mail, clothing, water, electricity, all of that. The only reason you get to live how you live in jail is because of hard-working, tax-paying citizens. And I want you to remember that. So I wouldn't give a damn about a inmate. I wouldn't. Come on, man. Don't talk to me about no snitches. Don't talk to me about no confidential informants. Don't talk to me about no jail dudes. This is Grown Man Business TV. You in the right place. Big salute to the chat. Let's get into this, man. Let's make sure we got this thing set up nice and neat, all right? Hit the like button and all that. Now, you see that right there at the bottom of the screen, right? Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, doing your Twittering and all that with your Twitter fingers, leaving comments with your Twitter fingers, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV. All right, now we gonna have a conversation. As you can see, I already done took a shower. I got the do-rag going. I done laid the waves down. Yeah, I'm an old man. I just look like this. So I was about to lay down for the night, but the downloads started downloading. Yeah, I was in my bed. I was eating butter pecan ice cream like an old man. Yeah, old people, we like butter pecan ice cream. And the downloads started downloading. And here we are. We're going to start the week off with some potent content. All right? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, Hassan Campbell, we're going to get to you in a few minutes. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give Donald Trump our attention. Okay? Since the Republican Party, since the government, since the left wing and the right wing, everybody flying the same bird, they want our attention. Well, let's give Donald J. Trump, Grown Man Business. Yeah, we're going to give you some attention, man. $2,000 checks. First and foremost, I want to say something is better than nothing, okay? Something is better than nothing. But what we going to do with $2,000? Yeah, it's a lot of y'all out there. Y'all doing the y'all doing backflips. Y'all doing the Michael Jackson. Y'all doing the Uchi Wally Wally. Y'all dancing all around. Right? That little $2,000 sound like something real good. I mean, you going to be able to do something real nice with that 2K. But it's real grown adults out here that's saying, what the hell we going to do with $2,000? What the hell you expect a grown-ass man to do with that funky little $2,000? Where the money at? Where the real money at for the American people? Little funky ass $2,000, and you thought we was about to do backflips. Well, let's get into this $2,000. Big salute to the chat. Let's see what we got going on. Absolutely nasty work, man. Highly disappointed in Donald Trump. Yeah, I'm highly disappointed in Donald Trump, but I wouldn't expect anything less from the dog fur. Yeah, if you like Donald Trump or not, he got a half a head full of dog fur. He ain't got a whole head full of dog fur. He got a half a head full of dog fur. And dog fur is diabolical. You can't expect the dog fur to do right. You can't expect the dog fur to be at one with the people, at one with nature, at one with the universe. You can't expect the dog fur to do what's right. You should always expect the dog fur to cut corners. You should always be expecting the dog fur to try to pull the rug from up under you. And if they do something else, then you should be surprised. If the dog fur do something right, you should be surprised. So I didn't bite the bait. You know, a lot of people in my DM, they really excited about this $2,000. I'm telling you, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath, my G. Yeah. Don't. You might lose your life if you hold your breath waiting for this little funky ass $2,000. Okay? But neither here or there, right? The grand scheme of things is the narrative that's being pushed out there. Oh, we got $2,000 for the American people. Yes, I said it. We are going to give the American people $2,000. Yes, that's a lot of money. Yeah, what are you going to do with your $2,000? When we give you this good money, go out there and spend that $2,000. And got a lot of people out here doing backflips, holding their breath, praying to the Lord above that they get their hands on that stimulus check. But one thing for sure, and two things for certain, I kept the receipts, my G. I don't go nowhere without the receipts. Yeah, I keep the receipts in my back pocket. I don't bust a move without the receipts. If you have not figured that out yet. Yeah, when I get to talking about it, it mean I already did my due diligence. It mean I got the receipts. All right, so we gonna get into a couple of these receipts. Big salute to the chat. We gonna have a epic conversation tonight. We gonna have grown man business TV, grown man dialogue, a grown man conversation. What we gonna do with that little funky ass $2,000? I could spend that at Costco's. Yeah, I could go to Costco's and run up $1,500 to $2,000 in no time. $1,500 to $2,000. I can blow that in Costco's with my eyes closed. So what we really got going on with all this money, all this tariff money, all this Doge money that y'all was finding, all the hidden money out there with the IRS and all of that? Where's the paper at? Penny pinching the American people, nickel and diming the American people. The same goddamn Hail Mary play. Every president got the same Hail Mary play. Somehow, some way, we ain't got money for SNAP, but we got money to give $2,000 to the goddamn American people. Like that really means something. So, one thing for sure and two things for certain. If you in the algorithm, if you in the chat, you in the right place. It is not a coincidence. If you here with me right now, you came for the real. Yeah, you want to get out of the rat race. You want to get out of the circus of YouTube and you want some pure dope, you're in the right place. Let's get into one of these receipts. Big salute to the chat. We're going to get right into this because, you know, all of it connects. All of it is connecting. $2,000 stimulus checks. Well, where you think that money coming from, Hassan Campbell? Tax-paying citizens, hard-working Americans. Our tax-paying dollars is the one who is paying you that little funky-ass $2,000. So when you talk about working Americans, 9 to 5s, having a job, you need to talk about it with a little respect. And we going to get to that. Haas Campbell, we going to have a conversation. It ain't just you, but you got, you got the platform. You should be more responsible for the things you say with that 503,000 subscribers. But since you get up here and you get drunk and you get tipsy and you got that motherfucking cognac and you get to talking and you get to yapping, I'm only here to bring balance. Yeah, I'm only here to bring balance to these YouTube streets. So we gonna talk to you in a few minutes. Let's get into this receipt right here. Big salute to the chat. You know, late night live stream, man. It's my pleasure to bring this to you. It's my pleasure to have this conversation. Oh yeah, you see what I'm doing. I'm doing the grown man business thing. I got my robe on. Yeah, I done took a shower. I done got a whole bunch of cocoa butter rubbed all over. Yeah, I'm gonna have this conversation and I'm gonna get back to my butter pecan ice cream. Yeah, I'm an old man now. I like butter pecan ice cream on a Sunday night. Let's get into this receipt. Hit the like button. Run them likes up. Well over 300 in here. Hit the like button and all that. Stop playing with the like button. All right? Let's get into this receipt, all right? Look! Look!
Yeah, so Sleepy Con Man Don Man wants you to believe that you're going to get $2,000 stimulus check. I mean, it went from 5 to now 2. Now, MAGA, I know y'all can't read, so let me summarize it. He's basically saying we're making all this money from tariffs, that we're going to receive a $2,000 check. Doesn't matter how little money you make, no matter how much money you make, you're going to receive a $2,000 stimulus check. The only problem with that is that this is the same man that's pulling SNAP benefits. This is the same man that says, hey, we know we gave y'all some, but pull it, take it back. Not stop paying benefits right now. Take all the money we gave you back this month. Take it back. We need that. So you want me to believe we're making all this money from tariffs, but you want to take money back that you already gave Americans for SNAP benefits for the month. Come on now. Let's be real about this. There's no way y'all are still buying that we're getting any type of stimulus checks from tariffs. By the way, we pay for the tariffs. That would just be money circulating. That will be us paying ourselves for the money that we're paying from tariffs. Small businesses and corporations pay the tariffs as they come in, and they just distribute it to us on the shelves at our grocery stores. Yep. Come on now, let's think about this. Not to mention, a president alone does not have the power to do this. This takes Congress. Congress holds the purse and the power of the purse. I give it less than 24 hours, and MAGA will start saying we're getting $2,000 stimulus checks. But nothing right here says that's going to happen. He doesn't give you how, when, where, and why. He's just yapping to keep you distracted. For one, Epstein files. 2, he's taking away SNAP benefits. 3, America is broke. I've never seen a man say we're making so much money, but then take away SNAP benefits. Yeah, so Sleepy Con Man.
Salute to the chat, all right? Now, you don't got to be a rocket science to be able to do this math. You know what I mean? But one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, that's how I built this platform, by breaking it down. Give you that pure dope straight off the brick directly into the bottles. You understand me? These huge, large corporations, they are paying the tariffs. These high-ass tariffs that Donald Trump got on all the product being in and shipped out of America. You know, import, export, you know what I'm talking about, right? And then what they do is they put it in to the product. They make us pay the money on the back end. That's the story of America. Charge the American citizen on the back end. Okay, we need to take care of this. We need to take care of that. Add a little bit to gas. Add a little bit to food. Add a little bit to this and add a little bit to that. When you add it all and put it into a pot, the American people is paying trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars in taxes. You get paid, they tax you. You get gas, they tax you. You buy water, they tax you. You buy food, they tax you. You buy electricity, they tax you. You get paid and they tax you 100 times before you make it to your front door. And then they turn around and look at us and say, oh, we got a $2,000 stimulus check. No, that's our money. That's the money we already gave you that you just given us less than 1% back. You know, maybe if we kept that $40 million that we gave to Argentina, maybe if we kept that, you know, $800 billion that we sent to the Ukraine, maybe if we keep the money that we sent into Israel and we put that all in a pot and gave it to the American people, we probably all could get 100,000 apiece, 80,000 apiece. You know, you really could put the American economy back on its feet. But that little funky ass $2,000 is nasty work. And it's a spit in the face of the American people. It's a spit in the face of the tax-paying American civilian. Oh, y'all thought we didn't know how y'all do it, right? Y'all confused because a lot of the times these other generations done let y'all put that money and paid it on the back end and they ain't said nothing about it. Well, we know what y'all doing. We know that whatever y'all bring into the American civilian household, we got to pay it back on the back end. Next thing you know, gas prices is sky high. A carton of eggs is 20 goddamn dollars. A pack of Newport 100s is 18 goddamn dollars. Somebody that smokes cigarettes, they paying $20 for a pack of Newports. See, we know what y'all doing. Y'all charging us on the back end. So what I'm here to tell you is don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Never pay attention to the double cross. Always pay attention to the triple cross. This is the triple cross. Oh, we just gave Argentina $40 billion. Ah, the Ukraine and the war in Ukraine. We just funded the Ukraine $800 billion. Oh, Israel. You know we got the hostages back. Now it's time to build a new Israel. Hundreds of billions of dollars we handing out. And then you look at the American people and say, we got two bands for you. Take it or leave it. Okay? So, this is absolutely means of war. In the Constitution, it say the American citizen can go to war with a tyrant government. A government that is overtaxing, a government that is taking advantage, a government that is robbing the American people. It is our constitutional right to take their asses to war. And what I'm here to tell you is, this is a declaration. Absolutely, I declare war. You ever played that? See, a lot of y'all is too young. My bad. A lot of you youngsters don't even remember. We used to play I declare war. Yeah. If the American government would simply take all of those hundreds of billions of dollars and invest it in infrastructure of the American society, that would absolutely put America back on its feet. Oh, America is $33 trillion in debt. In debt to who? China? How about this? How about this? We gonna send out a pink slip to all of these different companies and countries that we pay money to, and we gonna let them know in this pink slip, payments are over. The debt is null and void. We ain't paying a goddamn dollar. And if you want to go to war, you already know we'll take you. You remember Hiroshima, don't you? Yeah, don't you remember Hiroshima and all that? We ain't paying you a goddamn dollar. China, Israel, Argentina, Ukraine, we ain't paying no more money. Yeah, it's time. America don't want to rebuild the infrastructure. America, like I told y'all before, creates the problem and then hides the solution. America creates the problem and then hides the solution. Oh, we're in trillions of dollars of debt. We don't know how to fix it. We can't figure, you know what? We're in debt. Let's just give the Ukraine $800 million. 800 billion, I'm sorry. $800 billion. And then we're in debt. We don't have any money for the American people. But you know what? Argentina, we got $40 billion. The solution is to stop sending tax-paying dollars to all these random countries. That's the solution y'all keep trying to hide, my G. Respectfully. The solution is taking all of our money and keeping it in-house. And before we go into another angle, I want to say this, right? As American people, we hold the power. I know they don't want y'all to know this. I know they don't want y'all to understand this, but we hold the power. The American government is funded by tax-paying dollars. Well, how about we stop paying taxes? How about we stop shopping in American stores? How about we just hold our fucking money for 6 months and we buy the bare minimum? We'll put the American government out of business. They'll get on their knees and they will kiss the ring of the American people if we hold our dollars. But I seen that in the chat, and I want to say this. We are at a time in American history where it's going to be the hardest. It's the hardest thing to do is to hold the money. We don't got controls over the farms like we used to. We don't have that barden system like we used to have. You know, back in the day in the South when those people out there in Mississippi boycotted the bus, stopped riding the bus, they started carpooling to work, they started riding bikes to work, they started walking to work, and the bus system collapsed. The owners of the bus system got on their knees and begged black people to get back on the bus. They begged us. We are in control of this. You know, we can't complain about a system that we are funding. Let me help you out, my G, respectfully. I'm gonna help you out because you know, it is what it is. We can't, listen, we can't complain about a system that we are funding financially. Trillions of dollars a year. Simple taxes, my G. We pay trillions of dollars every year, and that's just from our tax paying dollars. And then they look us in the face and act like they ain't got no goddamn money. They look us in the face and tell us, hey, I got a couple of thousand. That's like telling a hooker, that's like telling a prostitute you got $40. Yeah, baby, hey, listen here, baby, that wolf pussy was real good, but I ain't got nothing but $40 for you. You can take it or leave it. I got 2 20s. I got 4 10s for you. You can take that $40 or you can leave that $40, baby. But that wolf pussy was good, and I got 40 clean. That's what's going on. That's how you should feel when they tell you they got 2 bands for you. Okay? Now, we're going to get back into this as far as, you know, the highway robbery of the American people. We are the slaves. We are the modern day slaves for the entire globe, for the entire planet, my G. We are the slaves. We go to work, we start businesses. You understand what I'm saying? And we pay taxes on everything. And that tax money helps fund the world. You don't see China sending money to the America. You never seen none of these huge countries say, you know what, we need to help the American people. They got a problem with homelessness over there. Let's send the American people $100 billion. You never seen that happen. Those Chinese people work just as hard as we do. But for some reason, our money is going all across the goddamn world and they keeping their money in their pocket. Absolutely disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. But see, that is what's going to segue me into my next angle, into my next situation. Now, I'm speaking to Hassan Campbell, but I'm talking directly to all of you content creators, all of you YouTubers, any of y'all that feel like you want to talk down on hardworking Americans with 9-to-5s, with jobs. I get everybody want to be a boss. I know all of y'all feel like you want to be the boss. You want to be in control. But let me give you some game on this. If you the boss or if you a worker, you going to pay Uncle Sam. That make all of us slaves. The boss is a slave. The worker is a slave. You pay taxes in your W-2s. Your boss, he pay taxes at the end of the year. He got to pay a lump sum of taxes. But you goddamn better believe one thing for sure and two things for certain. You a boss, you a worker, both of y'all paying Uncle Sam. So get off of your high horse. You understand me? And I got a message because it's a beautiful Sunday night and the majority of my subscribers got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Stop letting these YouTubers and these rappers make you feel like less than a man because you get up and you go provide for your family. And we gonna talk to this. We gonna do some exposing. I'm about to get in my bag. Because the majority of these dudes, when you scratch the surface, it's a bunch of fraudulent activity going on. Hassan Campbell, #1 suspect. We gonna talk directly to you. Let's get into one of these receipts. All right? I want to get into one of these receipts. Let's let Hassan Campbell talk to the people. Let's let Hassan Campbell tell us what he thinks about 9-to-5 workers, hard-working Americans, the same people that you begging to support that war. Yeah. Y'all forgot when Hassan, you thank you for supporting this war with them super chats and all that. The same people that was supporting that bullshit ass war against Africa Bambaataa is the same people you calling a slave and all that. Yeah, we gonna talk directly to Haas. I could pinpoint and I could really point out about 5 or 6 different YouTubers, but right now I'm talking directly to Hassan Campbell. Let's get into this receipt. Hey, you like to talk, don't you, Haas? You like to get drunk on your live streams and all that? You like to ramble? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to the people. Hey, Haas, talk to the people, Haas. Look.
Get a job? What you mean get a job? Why should I have to work for the slave master? Why should I have to work for a colonizer? I don't want a job. You get a job. Getting a job is a slave mentality. And this ain't the channel for slaves, my nigga. This is the channel for free people. You get a job. You belong on a plantation, my nigga. You get a job. You belong on a plantation. Give people 40 acres and a mule. They don't need a job. Give people back the land that was stolen from them. They don't need a job. Get a job. Give us back our land. The earth produces fruit. The earth produces fruit. I don't need a job if I don't want a job. There's solar panels. I shouldn't have to pay for electricity. You got a young man running around turning plastic into gasoline. I shouldn't have to pay for gasoline when the solar panels have machines to turn the plastic into gasoline. What are we talking about? Huh? Everything on this earth is free. So when you tell people to get a job, you're trying to enslave them mentally again. You go get a job. Matter of fact, you come work for me, my nigga. You come work for me, because you're a working nigga. And 95% of the people that work is miserable.
Now, you got to know something, right? When you dealing with certain people in the word semantics that they play with, it's always going to be a little truth sprinkled in with the lie. It's always going to be some truth sprinkled in with the BS. You know what I'm saying? You got to put a little truth in there so it sound right, so it feel right, so it makes sense. So I agree with a few things that Hassan Campbell was saying. I agree. You know, we shouldn't be paying for electricity. I just went through a whole live stream talking about that. How they charge us for fruit. That's free. They charge us for air. They charge us for electricity. They charge us for water. Right? So I get that. But when you talk about the job as a slave, nah. You got that confused, Haas. You got that confused. And the very people that's paying you in those super chats, those people got jobs. You understand what I'm saying? And let's really break this thing down, right? You know, you feel that way about people that work. Well, your wife got a job. See, that's why I say I'm the realest channel on YouTube. So when we get to talking and we get to having these conversations, grown man dialogue, the truth is gonna hurt. Man, your old lady is somewhere working for somebody. Your old lady got a job. The only reason you in position to be what you are right now is because your wife was paying the bills, paying the light bill, making sure you got Wi-Fi, making sure you got electricity, making sure you got a goddamn room in a garage for you to create your content in. So for you to be talking down on people with a job is nasty work when your wife is still out there working. Now, if you were so, big and bad, right? And you feel such a way about 9-to-5 hardworking Americans, why haven't you retired your wife? You come up here with I don't know. I ain't gonna talk. I don't know where you get your jewelry and all that from. You show us your backyard. You show us the cars with the car payments and all that. Why you haven't retired your wife so she ain't got to work a goddamn job, so she ain't got to be a slave? Somebody make sure they ask Hassan Campbell that next time he go live. Why you ain't retired your wife? The same way you talking to these people about having a job, you talking to your old lady. Your old lady is the only reason. Let's keep it 100, Haas. Okay? But even deeper than that, Hassan Campbell, you got a job. Your job is on YouTube. Let me give y'all some game about this YouTube money, right? If it's done right, it's good money. If done right, this YouTube money is good money. But ask any YouTuber with a monetized channel, what does YouTube do before you get your check on the 21st, between the 21st and the 23rd? What does YouTube do before you get your YouTube money between the 21st and the 23rd? Well, I'm going to tell you, they take out taxes. Yeah. Yeah, they take out taxes before you get your money. They take out taxes for Uncle Sam before you get that YouTube check, Hassan Campbell. So it don't matter if you doing YouTube or if you working a job like your wife is working a job, y'all all paying Uncle Sam. So don't get up here talking about you free. You ain't free, Hassan Campbell. That's a false narrative. You on your platform lying to the people. You are far from free. Yeah, you got a couple of car notes you still paying. You got a couple of mortgages that got to get paid. You got a light bill that got to get paid. You got a lot of fucking bills, Hassan Campbell. So you are a slave to a check. That's why you drop every day. That's why every day, 2 or 3 videos from Hassan Campbell, guaranteed. I don't care what the narrative is. Hassan Campbell is going to talk about it. Yeah, your ass better go out in that garage and go to work. Hey, let me tell you something. I guarantee you, if Hassan Campbell don't go out in that garage for 2 days, his wife gonna say something. Hey, what you doing in here? I ain't seen you out there by that goddamn pond in 3 days. When is you gonna do another video? When is you going live, Haas? Hey, the YouTube check is coming on the 23rd, right? You got that. Get out there and get your ass to work. Y'all, you think this YouTube, you think this shit is easy? This is not easy. This is consistent work. Okay, Haas Campbell. So I wanted to say that, man. Stop with all the shenanigans and all the BS. You ain't free. You a slave like everybody else. And if you don't pay the slave master, Uncle Sam, he'll come and take all that shit. Your Benzes, your spider whips, your motorcycles, your little puppies that be in there snoring in the background. That goddamn dog be snoring louder than you, louder than a grown-ass man. Uncle Sam will come take all that shit. Uncle Sam will come take the salt water out that pond and take those koi fish and all of that. So let's stop with the I'm free talk. You ain't free. You a slave to the YouTube check. You a slave to the algorithm. Absolutely. Okay? Now I want to go a step further with this. Big salute to the chat. I want to go a step further with this. I want to play this receipt of Fabulous. Now, I always talk about the puppets in the industry. I always talk about the higher-ups and the elites. But I want to make this clear, right? Even in the darkness, is going to be some light. Even in the bullshit, it's going to be some gems dropped. And I heard a gem from Fabulous the other day. Salute to everybody in the DM. Salute to everybody that sends me these clips. And I thought that it was fire and it was fitting for this live stream. And I'm going to play this live and I'm going to play this receipt and we're going to double back. And I'm going to give y'all some game when it comes to these jobs. Don't get it confused. You want to be a boss, you want to start your own business, you want to be an entrepreneur. I'm with all of that. And we're going to talk about that. But don't ever, ever, ever talk down on a hard-working American like your wife, Hassan Campbell. Yeah, your wife get up and go to work every goddamn day. Yeah, I don't know where she work, but obviously she making some money. And she ain't making it being an entrepreneur. So you better start paying homage, man. You know what I mean? You and any other YouTuber. This is the reason why me and Zip with the Drip had started bumping heads. Yeah, you ain't gotta be a worker. You ain't gotta go get a job. You understand what I'm saying? But you gonna show respect and you gonna pay homage. Okay? Now let's get into this receipt. I want to let Fabulous say what Fabulous is about to say, and then we gonna go further because again, I got pure dope. I got real game. I just needed to address Hassan Campbell, but now we gonna take it a little bit further. All right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Zip had a job. That's why it wasn't making sense. That's why we bump heads because before me, I used to be in the chat. I used to rock with the content. And 1 minute Zip is showing us pay stubs, and the next minute Zip is saying, "Yo, I ain't getting no job. I ain't getting no job. That ain't how I'ma do it." But you at work. You showing us pay stubs, and then you talking down on. Yeah, Zip used to work at the bodega down at the bottom or the corner of Nitro over there on the corner. Yeah, he used to work at the bodega over there by the Nitro apartments, the Nitro projects. And Zip with the Drip used to make bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles and bacon, egg, and cheese goddamn bagels and chopped cheese sandwiches when you walk up in the bodega. That's what Zip used to do. All these niggas. All right, now, again, I ain't got no, it ain't no beef, but we gonna stop acting like y'all niggas is just out here entrepreneuring it and blah, 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 and we gonna talk about that because I got some words for that as well, all right? Now, let's get into this receipt. Well over 600 in the chat. I should easily have over 200 likes. Hit the like button when you step in the building, man. All you got to do is tap the screen twice. Don't be a hater your whole life. Tap the screen, my G. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get into this receipt. Look!
I never had a real first job.
You never worked for one day nowhere.
I had I had like this thing they used to do in the summer called Summer Youth.
I did that.
We remember Summer Youth.
I did Summer Youth.
And my mom got me a job with the guy who ran the Summer Youth. So I really didn't
What was the
do
job?
Nothing. I just sat there and
Just had to show up.
yeah.
You got your
I
check.
really didn't do
What
anything.
about you, Church?
But I don't look. Let me just level it. Like I don't think this really is a flex to me because I feel like working. If you had a job, I think being a worker can teach you how to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even the discipline of working. I feel like some of the faults that I got now is because I never really had to, like, I'm used to doing things on my time. But when you had a job, you got to be at your job at a certain time. So I feel like me not ever having that kind of,
Your time.
you get what I'm saying? Like I like some of the shit that I should have learned in having a job, I didn't get to learn. A flex to me because I feel like working. If you had a job, I think being a worker can teach you how to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even the discipline of working. I feel like some of the faults that I got now is because I never really had to, like. I'm used to doing things on my time. But when you had a job, you got to be at your job at a certain time. So I feel like me not ever having that kind of,
Your time.
you get what I'm saying? Like I like some of the shit that I should have learned in having a job, I didn't get to learn.
Now that was a powerful, powerful statement by Fabulous. You know what I'm saying? And big salute to Fab for, reaching deep, right? And not just speaking bullshit on a podcast. Big salute to Fab for reaching deep, being honest, being transparent, and giving up some game on that podcast. You know what I'm saying? Big salute to Fab for that. Now, you got a man right here, right? Worth millions of dollars. Yeah, Haas Campbell ain't made near amount of money as Fabulous. And then you got a Hassan Campbell that I don't know. I ain't gonna say I don't know how much he's worth or nothing like that. But your wife is still working. Your wife, you ain't so you got a man who ain't never made millions and millions of dollars, and you got a man that's making millions and millions of dollars, and they saying the total opposite. And my point is, you got to be able to connect the dots on that. You got to be able to connect the dots on that. Anything that you don't want to do is still, trust me, just because you don't agree with it or you don't want, it's some game in there. It's some game in there. The richest men in the world make their sons and their nephews go get summer jobs because it's game in there. It's lessons to be learned in those summer jobs, in a job. Okay? You gotta follow me. You gotta follow me on this. It's lessons to be learned. But then you'll have a Hassan Campbell try to make you feel like you a slave or you a sucker or you are not, you less than a man. You shouldn't be on his platform because you got the slave mentality because you got a job. Nah, those the same people you be asking for super chats and talking about support this war and all that. Yeah, you forgot. Support this war. Let me give you another example, right? I don't agree with college. I believe and I really feel like the whole college education system is a scam. It's a money play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I know that go to college is in high debt. I mean, that college loan, that student loan, that shit right there take 2 lifespans to pay it off. Everybody I know, especially my highly educated friends, with the doctorate degrees, the master's degrees, that debt it'll take 2 or 3 lifespans for them to pay that shit off. You understand what I'm saying? But I also understand that there is lessons to be learned in college. It is certain things that you learn in college you might not learn nowhere else. You're not going to learn anywhere else. And those things make you stronger. They make you more powerful. Trust me. I don't agree with the money scheme in college. I don't agree with a lot of the learning, a lot of the brainwashing that comes with the college education system. But I do understand that there are things like structure, discipline. It's certain things you're going to get out of going to college and doing it the right way that's going to put you a couple of steps over somebody else. You understand me? That didn't go to college. Pure dope. So just because I don't agree with college, I'm not about to get up here and totally disrespect it. I'm going to tell you some good and I'm going to tell you some bad. But come on, Haas, that was nasty work. That was highly irresponsible. All right? Now, here is where the game, here's where the responsibility come in at. Like I said, I'm telling Haas, like, yo, it's highly irresponsible the way you was talking on your platform about 9-to-5 workers and X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm gonna show you how to be responsible. I'm gonna show you how to do this, son. 50,000 plus subscribers to 500,000 plus subscribers, and I'm gonna show you how to do this, son. All right. Now, what you got to do and what you got to understand and what you got to really absolutely put in the forefront is that a 9-to-5 is temporary. You don't want to ever get in the mind state where you're going to be working a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life. You understand? We all have dreams. We all have aspirations. We all have things that we want out of life. So what you do is you use that 9-to-5 to fuel your dreams. You use that 9-to-5. You use the gas that you get from that 9-to-5 and you fuel your dreams. You got dreams, but you ain't got no way to fuel it. You ain't got no way to fund it. You ain't got no way to get your dreams off the ground. That's where a 9 to 5 come in at. Let me give you an example, youngster. You a rapper, right? You want to be, NBA young boy. You want to be Jay-Z. You want to be Drake, Lil Wayne, right? Well, you got to be able to go to the studio. You got to be able to play for an engineer to mix down your music to make it sound good. You got to pay for, promotion. Well, what you do is you go get a fucking job. You go get a job, you work hard, you learn discipline, you learn structure, and you take your money from that job and you fuel your dreams to be a rapper. See what I'm doing right here, Haas Campbell? It's called being responsible with my words. It's called being responsible with my platform and being responsible with the message that I'm pushing to the people. Use your 9 to 5 to fuel your dreams. Once you get your dreams off the ground and you get your dreams in the air and you get your dreams with some motion, then you let go of your 9 to 5 and you get your dreams monetized. You understand me? You understand me? See, they lied to us. They made us feel like working at McDonald's as a young man was a problem. They made us feel like you was better off going out there and getting some drugs and taking penitentiary chances instead of going to Kmart and getting a job. They lied to us. And I ain't gonna let y'all lie to this new generation. I ain't gonna let y'all keep the lie going. I ain't gonna allow y'all to get into these YouTube streets and perpetuate the generational curses that they put on us. You like that, don't you? You like how I said that? Yeah. You use your 9 to 5 to fuel your dreams, my G. I mean, you can't go nowhere if the car ain't got no gas in it. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere if the car don't have gas. You ain't going nowhere if the jet don't have jet fuel. You ain't fly, my G, if the jet don't got jet fuel in it. So to everybody out there that's going to get up tomorrow on Monday morning and you going to get your coffee and you going to get ready to go and get it. You going to get ready to go to work. You going to get ready to go to your 9 to 5 job. Don't listen to Haas Campbell and don't pay attention to frauds like that. In that aspect, I feel like Haas is a fraud. Go out there and go hard. Whatever job that you working, be thankful that you got a job. You know how many people out here right now don't have a job? You know how many people out here right now would give their left arm to work the job that you got because they got laid off? It's a government shutdown. They ain't been paid in 2 months. Get up, feel good about yourself, and take your ass to work. And always keep it in the back of your mind, your dream. What is it that you want? You want to be a rapper? You want to be a real estate agent? You want to, what you want to do? You want to start your own business? What, you got a clothing company? What you into? Well, you need money to start that clothing company. You need money to take that real estate license class so you could take that exam and you could pass it. You need money to go to the store. You need money to fuel your dreams. And I'm telling you, the last thing you want to do is end up in prison like Max B, pointing fingers for the police. Take your ass to work, my G. Go to work. It is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. But we all got to start somewhere. Starting at a 9 to 5 is no problem, but always keep it in your mental Rolodex. I want to get more credentials. I want to elevate. I want to start my own business. I want to get my certifications. I want to take it to the next level. And you use that money and you fuel your dreams. Okay? Now, like I said, man, we're not going to stay long, but I want to segue back to what I was talking about with Donald Trump. The same way you go out there and you get that job and you create your own business and you create your own product and you fuel your dreams, You gonna pay taxes just like your boss is, just like an entrepreneur is. And trust me, these niggas out here talking about they bosses and all that. You don't know what it take to be a boss until you have lived with a boss, until you have become a boss, until you have really seen the inner workings. You work 8 hours a day. A boss is on call 24 hours a day. You pay taxes out your little check that you get every week. A real boss has to pay a lump sum at the end of the year. And yeah, they learn how to cut corners, but it ain't that many corners to cut. Let me tell you something. My wife, right? You know, we got a family business. I'm gonna just say that. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is. I like to keep my personal away from my business when it come to YouTube, but we got a family business, and you know, it does well over 6 figures a year, this family business, right? And you know, I've always been the worker. You know, I worked on the Navy yards. You know, I made my way. I made my bones. I made my money. You know, I drive trucks. I make my bones. I make my money. It always works out perfectly because we got the family business and then we got my corporate money that comes in. And it always works perfectly. And I remember the first couple of years we did over 100,000. We did over 6 figures. And, you know, it was time to pay taxes. And that's one of the first realizations where I said, half these dudes they not bosses, man. They just saying they bosses. I'm talking $20,000, $28,000 up front. You got 60 days to pay that shit. You know what I'm saying? The next year we made more money. It was like 30,000 up front. And it get real, and they don't give you a lot of time to pay it. So when you a boss, you got to put that money aside. And at the end of the year, when it's time for you to pay your taxes, it's best that you got that money already sitting to the side so you could just give the IRS, Uncle Sam, the slave master, you could just give them your money. But see, that happens once you really get this shit flowing. The first couple of times you make 100,000, 150,000, you putting a lot of that money back into the business. See, I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. I'm not one of these YouTubers that's going to get up here and fake the funk for a nasty dunk. The first couple of years, you putting that money back into the business. So when the IRS, when Uncle Sam come, it is listen, man, that shit was a hard pill to swallow paying that. I was mad as hell. You know what I mean? I was mad as hell, my G. And then property taxes, that about 10,000 a year. These dudes ain't bosses. Hassan Campbell's wife she's paying the brunt of those bills. Hassan Campbell's wife go to work. She making over 6 figures a year, and she paying the big brunt of that money. Trust me. I don't give a fuck what. Haas wouldn't be able to do it without his wife. Don't let him fool you with them big ass hats and that jewelry and them big ass glasses and all that. Hassan Campbell would not be able to keep the boat floating without his old lady going to work. Whew. Oh yeah. 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 This the part they don't want to talk about. Yeah, when they get up here and they talk, oh, that entrepreneur, yeah, I'm getting money, yeah, X, Y. This the part they don't want to talk about. This the part they leave out. They leave out the fact that they wife, Charleston White, prime example. Charleston White wouldn't be in this position if his wife wasn't driving fuel for the government, making $20,000 of legal money a month. Yeah, with a job. All that shit we see Charleston White doing, trust me, his wife living real good on her own. That nigga wife was making $20,000 a month hauling fuel for the U.S. government. What you talking about? Fuck is you? But see, we see Charleston White out here with the jewelry, and he doing podcasts, and he doing this and he doing that, and blah blah blah. He, you know, it look good, it sound good, it look good and it sound good, but is it reality? Is it reality? Shh. And I'm gonna tell you, boy, don't let these boys fool you, man. Don't let these boys get up in here and get the lying to you, man. Don't let these boys get up in here and get the fooling y'all out of position. Get your ass up and go to work. Use the money from your job to fuel your dreams. At the same time, always understand the dog fur got the American people in a figure four. The dog fur got the American people in a Ford Nelson. The dog fur has, listen, literally turned us to slaves with no chains. Everybody. I wouldn't give a damn if you own a company. I wouldn't give a damn how you playing it. Everybody is going to answer to the slave master, Uncle Sam. Everybody, your boss. Why you think your boss be on your ass like that? Why you think when you go to work, your boss be stressed out? Because he's paying a lot of money to Uncle Sam. Everybody. Everybody. We all paying Uncle Sam trillions of dollars a year. And they talking about they got $2,000. Put it in your pocket, real. We got $2K for you. You good with that? They treating us like the pimping hoe. It's the whole pimping hoe concept. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. And it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to the chat. You know, I figured I'd tap back in. Late night live stream. You know what I mean? And we can start this week off, you know, productive. You know, we can remain motivated, you know, opportunistic. You know, we can, you know, blessed, happy. You understand? Awoke, awake, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. At the same time, understanding that this matrix is a plantation. This whole matrix is a plantation. Don't ever let one of these dudes make you think that they off the plantation. Don't you ever let one of these YouTubers or one of these rappers or one of these puppets make you believe that they off the plantation and you still on the plantation. That's a lie. Haas Campbell wish he was off the plantation. Tell Haas to go a week without doing YouTube. I bet you he can't do it. I bet you Haas Campbell can't go 4 days without creating content. Not because he wants to create content, but he's a slave to this. Yeah, he's a slave to a YouTube check. 4 days without creating content is like 4 days of sitting on your ass, and his wife will not let that happen. His wife ain't having that. You talking a problem right there. Hassan Campbell, it'll be a domestic violence charge with his wife putting a foot in his ass for not dropping a video in the last 48 hours. Yeah. It'll be a domestic violence charge. Hassan Campbell's wife will be goddamn abusing him because he ain't went live in 3 days. He ain't dropped the still pre-record in 3 days. Where the goddamn money at, nigga? Salute to the chat, man. Yeah, I almost paid 70 grand in taxes last year. The money is all exactly. The money is ours, my G. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that the U.S. government still believes we are that crazy, we are that blinded, that we don't even know y'all ain't did nothing but took a small percentage of the money we gave y'all and kicked it back in the pot. We done already gave Argentina $40 billion. We done gave the Ukrainian government another $800 billion. We done sent about $500 billion over there to Israel so we can rebuild, you know, Gaza. Yeah, we give the American people a couple of dollars, kick a couple of pennies in the pot, give it to the American people. Fuck it. They deserve it. Yeah, they've been working hard. Yeah, they've been paying these goddamn taxes. They ain't took us to war. They ain't even looking like they want. We ain't got nothing to worry about. Go ahead and kick a couple of pennies back in the pot for the, not too many pennies, just a couple of pennies. We want to get our boats and We want to make sure our penthouses is good and our yachts is maintenance. And we want to make sure we got maintenance on these mansions and our children is going to college and Harvard and Yale. You know, and don't give them too many pennies. And kick a couple of pennies in the pot for the American people. They'll love it. How much you think we should give them? Give them 2,000. Yeah, give them. You think we should give them a little more? Nah, don't give them any more than that. 2,000 is good. 2,000 is fine. Everybody's gonna be all right with that. All right. Tell Trump to let the people know we got a couple of bands for him. Yeah, we got a couple of bands. You know, nothing more, nothing major, nothing more, nothing less. A couple of thousand. Kick a couple of peas in a pot for the American people. All right, that's about it. You don't mind. All right, that's all they need. Absolutely nasty work, my G's. All right, big salute to the chat. You know, we making our way in the algorithm. I want to say this, right? Big salute to everybody that's engaging with the channel. Make sure y'all go in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the topics that we talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Go in the comment section. Engage. I appreciate y'all going to the DM. I appreciate all the love and all the texts and all the taxes, all everything, all the clips that y'all send me. But make sure you don't forget to go in the comment section. We are growing organically. We are approaching 53,000 subscribers right here on Grown Man Business TV. No extras, my G. Straight to the camera. I ain't put a microphone up. I ain't got headsets. I don't do none of that. I'm going to keep this shit pure and raw. And we going to hit 100,000 subscribers in no time. So make sure you go in the comment section, man. You understand me? And don't forget, man, use your 9 to 5 to fuel your dreams. This was a perfect time to deliver this live stream because it is Sunday night. Everybody's going to work tomorrow. Everybody got to get up and go somewhere. Everybody got to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let all your time pass by. You got to get up, get out, and get something because you and I got to do for you and I. Yeah, get up, get out, and get something. You can't spend all your time trying to get high. You got to get up, get out, and get something. Because you and I got to do for you and I. Yeah, that felt right. That was good right there. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, you can't. You know, I'm gonna say this as well, man. It's just so obvious now. You can't let these puppets, any of these dudes, you can't let them put up a lifestyle in front of you and then make you think that you lacking something or you missing something because they got so. And then when you look behind the smoking mirrors, they ain't even got none of that shit. You think Haas Campbell paying all those car notes with, nah, my nigga, that ain't happening. His old lady paying for that shit. Or she helping pay for it. You understand what I'm saying? So to disrespect, that's like me disrespecting an entrepreneur. You know, my old lady been a go-getter. She been a hustler. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been a hustler. I'm not going to never disrespect how it go on the other side. I show love, and my wife show me respect on how I get it on this side because she has seen the benefits of what I bring to the table. But the nigga talking about you a nigga, you crazy, boy. You better stop drinking that month. Hey, Haas, man, stop drinking when you get on these live streams. Let's let Haas talk. Man, I'm gonna play one more receipt. Stop drinking that goddamn cognac, man. Ain't that haram? Ain't that what it's called? I think it's called haram. You Muslim niggas ain't supposed to be up here drinking. You and Zippy, that shit nasty work. Why is all of you Muslim niggas on YouTube with a goddamn bottle in your mouth? Y'all ever notice that? Every time I goddamn see a clip in my DM with Zip in it, he got a goddamn bottle in his mouth. He drinking some type of goddamn alcohol. Every time I look at Hassan Campbell in his eyes on these goddamn YouTube, he drunk off goddamn liquor. Haram. You drunk than a motherfucking skunk, man, up here talking about what you goddamn gonna do and who a slave and who you ain't working. No, you been Hassan Campbell. These YouTube checks slow down, your goddamn Puerto Rican ass will be at work. I guarantee your wife make sure of that. I guarantee your old lady will have your ass flipping burgers and serving French fries if that money slow up. Every time I look at Zip and the Drip, little Zippy, catnip Zip, you know, and I look at those cock eyes, the motherfucking eyes cocked out like a pistol, he drunk, man. I don't know, man. It's nasty work. Go ahead and talk to the people, Haas. Go. Look.
My wife is a go-getter. If I fall off my feet, I know she gonna hold it down. But now, let's take this to the next level of this conversation. You got you federal workers. Y'all ain't got paid in, what is it, 40 days now? It's time for us as a people to take the titty out of our mouth.
Hey, man, shut your motherfucking drunk ass up talking about taking titties out your mouth and all that. Hey, Haas, I'm having some fun real quick. You know, like you said, your old lady is going to hold it down if you fall off with a job, Hassan Campbell. Your old lady is going to hold it down with her job. Always remember that. And I don't think you need to be up here talking about taking titties out your mouth and all that. Yeah, fuck it. I'm about to, Hassan Campbell, don't get it. Stop talking about putting stuff in your mouth and all that. Yeah, we need to take the titty out. Hey, man, don't get up on this goddamn platform talking about taking some titties out your mouth and all. Don't put nothing else in your mouth, man. Don't put nothing else in your mouth, man. Respectfully, man. Hey, I'm going to get on. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't care how you feel about it. Don't get up here talking about putting nothing in your mouth. We done heard enough about you and putting stuff in your mouth and everything else you used to talk about. We don't want to hear it. Don't get your drunk ass out of here, man. Stop drinking, man. Yeah, you need to, you motherfucking Muslims, man. Y'all, you Muslims, I'm going to do a live stream about you YouTube Muslims, man. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do a live stream on you YouTube Muslims. Y'all got some explaining to do. It's haram for you YouTube Muslims to be up here drinking alcohol, getting drunk, talking to the people. Yeah, you know, how about you and Zippy get some fucking bean pies and get the bacon bean pies and bring that to the goddamn, yeah, eat a bean pie while you on live stream. Yeah, I think the goddamn Quran justify that. But drinking all that alcohol and talking about putting titties in it, putting things in your mouth and nasty work, my G. Yeah, I ain't trying to go at the Muslims and all that. I'm just saying, man. I see y'all niggas drinking, but I ain't seen a bean pie yet. I see alcohol. I see Zip with the Drip talking to Memphis Bleak. Somebody tell Bleak. He drinking goddamn Douce, but I ain't smelled a bean pie being baked yet. Yeah, I ain't gonna say all you YouTube. It's just 2 or 3 of you YouTube Muslims, man. Somebody from the Muslim community need to get at y'all. If I was a Muslim, I'd put hand and feet on y'all ass for the way y'all disrespecting the goddamn religion. But I ain't no Muslim. I'm above your religion. You understand what I'm saying? I'm connected directly to source. That's a whole nother live stream. But if I was a Muslim, I get close to one of you goddamn. I put hand and feet on your ass for getting up here, getting drunk and all that, disrespecting the religion, disrespecting the Quran, and you ain't supposed to have no goddamn dogs in your house. I heard, I learned that. I learned that too from Zippy with the Drippy. Yeah, catnip Zip. Yeah, I did my research, Hassan Campbell. You ain't supposed to have dogs in your house. That's haram, my G. That's against the religion. You get that big ass dog in there snoring and all of that. Yeah, yeah, I'll put hand and feet on your motherfucking ass for coming up on this platform drunk ass Muslims disrespecting the culture. But that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would already did something to you. Big ass goddamn bulldogs, slobbering and all over the floor, snoring and shit. That's haram. You got a big ass bulldog on the floor snoring. Zip with the drip got a goddamn cat litter and catnip all over the goddamn kitchen floor. He got catnip all in the carpet, and he got pit cat all over the goddamn furniture and all of that. It's you YouTube Muslim niggas, man. Yeah, haram, tomato. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You ain't supposed to be getting drunk on YouTube, Haas Campbell. And you ain't supposed to have a dog in your house like that, living all on your goddamn floor, snoring. And Zippy with the drippy, he got kitty litter all over the kitchen floor and catnip all over the goddamn carpet. Smoking weed in his grandmama house. Got the curtains smelling like loud nose. Got the couch smelling like loud nose. Got the cushions smelling like loud nose. Yeah, you just be glad I ain't a Muslim, cause I would have already found you. I would have caught your ass at the masjid. Yeah. I'd have caught your ass at the masjid. And what's going on, GMB TV? I would have showed them your YouTube video. I'd have put hand and feet on your ass. Why'd you do that? GMB, chill out, son. What's going on? Brother, GMB TV, chill out, brother. Why is you doing this? And then I would have showed them your video. Look at this shit. And they would have been looking at your ass like, oh, we didn't know. Hey, Hassan Campbell, we didn't know you was doing this. Why is you drinking? Haas Campbell, we didn't know you got 13 dogs in your house. You know it's haram to have dogs in your house. They nasty. You know that, right? Oh, we know why GMB TV did that to you. Go ahead and pray about it. Yeah, lay his pray rug down. Excuse me, brother. Lay his pray rug down right there so we can pray about this. Lay his goddamn pray rug down right there so we can go ahead and bow our heads and pray about what grown man been. We didn't know you was doing that, Haas. We didn't know you had 13 dogs in your goddamn house, bulldogs, sleeping all in your house, snoring. Yeah, look at his shoulders right there. We can hear the bulldog in the background. That motherfucker's snoring up a storm. We can hear him. Yeah, Zippy, we didn't know what was going on. We thought you was a good brother Zippy. Brother Zippy, listen to me. We didn't know you was in the house drinking cognac and smoking weed in your grandmama house, and we didn't know you had catnip all over your kitchen floor and kitty litter all over the goddamn house. Zippy, hey, excuse me, brother. Lay his prayer rug down. We gonna pray about this. Grown man business TV put hand and feet on you. You're disrespecting the religion. Yeah, I didn't know you was doing all that, little Zippy. Catnip Zip. Hey, lay his prayer rug down so we can bow our heads and pray about what grown man business done did to you. We didn't know you. Yeah, Zippy. You're disrespecting the religion. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, Catnip Zip. That's what I call him. Big salute to Catnip Zip, man. Get your catnip up. You know what I mean? They got catnip all over the goddamn couch. Catnip all over the carpet. Kitty litter it's kitty litter all over the goddamn kitchen floor and all that. You know Zippy got kitty litter all over the goddamn kitchen floor. Pit cat done been jumping in and out the kitty litter, using the bathroom. You goddamn got the couch smelling like loud nose. You got the curtains smelling like loud nose. You got the cushion and the goddamn pillows and the rug smelling just like weed. You done smoked all that goddamn weed in your grandmama house. You YouTube Muslims, man. I got a problem. Man, this shit nasty work. You YouTube Muslims, man. Y'all got the game fucked up, man. All right. So I wanted to close with that, man. You know what I mean? Well over 300 still. Hit the subscribe button, man. I need about 10 more subscribers, and I'll be happy with that. Hit the subscribe button, man. Yeah. Catnip zip. It's catnip all over the goddamn couch. It's catnip all over the carpet. Pit Cat got catnip all over the goddamn apartment. Yeah, man. Fuck it. I don't care how you feel about it. All right? I don't care how you feel about it. I said what I said, man. Now, again, man, $2,000. What we gonna do with that? Trump, I don't know, man. Get your shit together. Haas Campbell, man, you talking down on 9 to 5s and all that. They sent me the clip. I ain't feeling that, man. Get your motherfucking, take some responsibility, man, for your platform and the things you say, man. And you gonna pay homage, man. You know what I'm saying? Your old lady worked hard, Hassan Campbell. She worked real hard for that money. She's a hard working American. Your old lady ain't wearing no kufis. I guarantee your old lady ain't no Muslim. She ain't wearing no kufis, and she ain't wearing no Muslim garment, and she ain't got no prayer rug. I guarantee your old lady ain't no Muslim. Man, with all that Muslim, yeah, I'm a Muslim. I mean, man, y'all watering that shit down, man. Y'all done watered that shit down, man. It don't even mean nothing to be a Muslim no more. You goddamn YouTube Muslims done came up here. Yeah, your old lady ain't no goddamn Muslim. Your wife ain't no Muslim. Bet money. Put money down. Let's make a bet. $1,000. Your wife ain't no, she ain't putting on no goddamn kufi. She, every time you go in that back room and you face to the east and you get on that goddamn prayer rug, she looking at your body. She's saying, look at this nigga. Over there bowing down, praying 5 times a goddamn day, knowing damn well he Dominican. You from the Dominican Republic, nigga. You ain't no goddamn Muslim. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, your goddamn ass over there praying to the east, bowing down 5 times a goddamn day with that dirty ass dog on the floor, knowing goddamn well that the Quran say you ain't supposed to have no nasty ass bulldog all in your house like that. So you just gonna bow down on that rug, knowing goddamn well you got a bulldog laying over there in the corner. Then you gonna get on YouTube and you gonna drink some alcohol. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing with them people religion like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with them people religion, man. Yeah, I said it, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You stop playing with them people religion, man. Real shit, man. Stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? You got catnip zip. You a Muslim. You done prayed and everything to the east on your prayer rug, and you get up on this goddamn YouTube drinking alcohol, smoking weed in your grandmama house. Stop playing with this, stop playing with this religion like that, man. Stop disrespecting these people religion, man. Ain't no Muslim gonna smoke weed in his grandmama house, man. Ain't no goddamn Muslim gonna get on camera and smoke out his grandmama house, have her goddamn curtains, her curtains is smelling like loud nose. Her goddamn couch, you got your grandmama couch smelling like I could smell it through the goddamn phone, is loud nose in that house. I could smell through the phone that couch smelled like loud nose and kitty litter. Yeah. Yeah. The goddamn couch. You got your grandmama couch smelling like loud nose and kitty litter, and you trying to talk to me about Islam. Nigga want to talk to me about motherfucking Islam and the Quran and all that. And you got kitty litter spread all over the goddamn couch. You got catnip spread all over the goddamn couch, all over the kitchen floor. Where you praying at? Catnip zip. Where's you laying down that prayer rug? And where's you laying down? You laying down the damn prayer rug on top of catnip and kitty litter all over there on the floor and all that. You better sweep. Hey, boy, get some fabric softener on top of that couch. Get you some goddamn fabric softener and some. Yeah. You better put some goddamn fabric softener up under them cushions, man. I ain't seen you spray no Febreze across that couch one time in the last 4 years. You been going live. I ain't seen a bottle of Febreze in the background, in the corner, on the table. I ain't seen a goddamn bottle of Febreze being sprayed in that house not one time in 4 years. Get yourself some goddamn Febreze and spray off that damn couch and stop letting that damn nasty ass cat crawl all over your grandmama couch with catnip all under his damn nails and all that. Catnip all in his paws. Kitty litter all in his goddamn crevices and paws, and you ain't sprayed no Febreze across that damn couch and the curtains, Nip. Catnip zip and the curtains. When you get that Febreze and that fabric softener, you make sure you hit them curtains. Got your grandmama curtains smelling like goddamn loud nose, and then you want to talk to me about Muslim religion. Hey, man. Hey, man, if you ain't got a handful of bean pies, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, that's for you too, Haas. Hey, Haas Campbell, if you ain't got a handful of goddamn bean pies, I don't want to have a conversation. Get your goddamn act together, man. Yeah, that's what I felt like saying tonight. That's where I'm at with it. It's 12 o'clock tonight. All right. I need a couple of more subscribers, but we gonna close out, man. All right, so you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You absolutely know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in, man. Listen, I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight, raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing and we not dressing nothing up. I'm going to give you this game straight, raw, my G. Pure dope. Pure dope. Straight off the brick into the bottles. You ain't going to get it no purer in these YouTube streets than right here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? No baking soda, no quinine, no fentanyl. We ain't counter whipping this dough and we ain't water whipping this dough. I'm only giving you the dope pure, clean, straight off the brick into the bottles. $2,000 as a big dog, I'm telling you that's chump change. I'm telling you that if we were to take that money that we send to Argentina and the Ukraine and Israel and all these miscellaneous countries that we are funding, if we took that money and put it back into the American people, everybody could easily get 50 to 60, $100,000. You could really put America back on its feet. The problem is they don't want a solution to the problem. That's why every day on the news, they keep talking about the same shit. It seems it's becoming very redundant. They talking about the same thing over and over. And the dog fur Caucasoid Neanderthals, they can't really figure out the solution. It's not because they don't want to. It's because they definitely not gonna do it. You know, they understand that they create a problem and penny pinch the solution. They can drag it out, they can rob us, they can take advantage of us, and they can tax us. Yeah, they already know what the solution is, but they gonna act like they don't know, and they're gonna keep it going. The American people have the constitutional right to take a tyrant government to war. All the jokes and games, let's put that to the side. One thing for sure and two things for certain, they know that I know. They also know that I'ma tell y'all exactly what I know. I don't give a damn about none of the hieroglyphics. I don't give a damn about none of those books. I'm telling you that it is our constitutional right to take a tyrant government to war. I wouldn't give a damn about, I don't care about the sun god. I don't give a damn about your slick walks, and I don't care about your goddamn hieroglyphics, your pyramids. We have the constitutional right to take a tyrant government to war. Keep that in the front of your mental Rolodex. Keep that in the front of your mental Rolodex for when you get fed up or you get tired, and as a one and as a people, we can come together and go to war. All right? Haas Campbell, man, you did bad. I said what I said, man. I said what I got. Stop playing with them people religion. Stop drinking all that goddamn yak. And let that be the last time you talk about putting titties or taking something in or out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the guy on YouTube need to be making those type of remarks with your history and the stories you have told us on you. Don't you ever get up here talking about taking or putting something in your mouth. I wouldn't give a damn if it's a titty or not. Don't talk about putting nothing in your goddamn mouth, Haas. Stop drinking all that alcohol and disrespecting them people religion. A catnip zip. Clean up that goddamn house. Spray some Febreze across that couch. Get some goddamn fabric softener and rub it across those goddamn curtains. Stop disrespecting the religion. Stop disrespecting your grandmama house. Smoking all that goddamn weed in your grandmama house. Disrespecting her. Disrespecting it. Got the couch smelling like loud nose. Goddamn curtain smell. Got kitty litter all over the goddamn kitchen and catnip all over the rug. Pit cat and goddamn loud nose. All the whole house smell like. Hey, listen, man. Zip gonna catch a stray every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I just like to talk shit to Nip. I ain't got no problem with cat Zip Nip. I ain't got no problem with catnip Zip, man. I rock with him, but he gonna catch a stray cause his shit funny to me. You know what I'm saying? You smoking all that goddamn weed in your grandmama house is funny to me to talk about it. You know? Got your grandmama curtains smelling like goddamn loud nose. That's some disrespectful shit. A catnip Zip, that's some disrespectful shit, man. Yeah, man. I probably, if I was Big Zip, I'd put hands and feet on your ass already, man. Yeah, if I was your brother before I went to jail, I'd have put hand and feet on your ass and goddamn did you like that before I went in there. Yeah, I probably would have did that. You got my grandma house smelling like goddamn loud nose. I done walked past the curtains. This curtain smell like loud nose. The roof done turned yellow with all that goddamn weed smoke you done had in the house. The whole goddamn roof done turned yellow. With that being said, you already know what time it is, right? It's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Gang.